Build momentum. Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta build momentum. Make it easy on yourself this year. How are we going to achieve our goals and our dreams? Because I know we're chock full of them. It's by building momentum. Sometimes it feels impossible to get your day started, right? To get out of bed, to go after whatever your goals are. And it feels hard to roll that ball up the hill, as they say, to roll the stone up the hill. And while Newton discovered gravity, my French philosopher king, Rene Descartes, he discovered momentum. And that's what we got to build every single day. Sometimes we get lucky and we just feel it rolling out of bed one day. We're like, wow, I got out of bed. And you feel it. But some days, usually it feels like a reset. You wake up and it feels like a reset. That's a blessing and a curse. It's more of a blessing for humans because you can shed the past and focus on the future and focus on the present, actually, not the future. And you got to remember, let's build momentum. How do you build momentum? It's by starting small, very small. Take some small steps to start building that momentum up. Car starts in first gear. You start upshifting, right? Even if you got anyone who's manual, I learned manual. So you got to start in first, right? And then you eventually got to shift that bad boy up, all the way up to fifth gear. Man, I remember when I used to get up in the fifth, when I was driving. I'm in New York now, I don't drive. It's a great feeling, but you got to start in first. We all got to start in first gear. Let me give you an example. Let me just give you an example from my end, like what I do. Every morning when I wake up, I roll out of bed. Before I tap in, as they say, before I look at this thing, the human collective consciousness as it is now, before I even look at it, the hive mind, what I do is I go sit at my desk and I pull out, I have props today. I pull out my journal, right? I got my journal. And the first thing I do, I sit down, maybe the coffee's brewing, or I have it, and I sit down and I write down 10 things that I'm grateful for every day. Honestly, I don't ever show anyone this journal, but I'm going to show it to you because I think it's important. And it's like, I want you to understand, like, this is, I mean what I say. Like, I do this every day. I got this, it's full from last year when I started really getting into it. And even today, it's like, at the top, what am I grateful for? My family, my girl, comedy, music, my apartment, my health. I'm in great health. Not everyone's in great health. That's amazing. And you start looking at like, wow, man, yeah, my life is pretty sick. There's all these little things that are great because we're focused on the things we don't have, but this gets you right into the mindset right away. Man, I have all these awesome things. Guess what? We just built a little bit of momentum that we all needed. Things are starting to heat up. Things are cooking. Then I picked 3 people in my life I want to send love to. So again, honestly, like I wanted to show you guys everything. It's like here, I'm sending love to my mom, my dad, my sister. Again, wow. I got a great family. Do we have problems? Yes, we do. Do we love each other? Yes, we do. And that's amazing. And again, I've said this before in another video, but pick some people maybe you're not on good terms with. Pick some people that it's like, man, it's like you love them, but you're in a tiff. Send love to them. If you can send love to people that you're not in the best terms with right now, that's really powerful too. And that also gets you in a great mood. Okay, that's the second thing. Small. See how small that was? Those are 2 things, 5 minutes max. From there, I like to write down my own affirmations, which, overused these days, right? Call them whatever you need. I call them my yayisms, all right? You don't have to call them affirmations, call them yayisms if you're into Kanye, or call them whatever you need. My bad bitchitude. But sit down and make sure you write the things that you want to affirm about yourself. Yeah, these I really don't tell anyone. These are really, because this type of stuff like shows a different side of you, And let me say it this way: they're things I used to want to be. These are things that I used to want to be, but because I write them down and I speak them out loud into existence, I am them, and you are too. I write them down. I say them out loud. I think them in my head. It's just like Bart Simpson, right? At the Simpsons opening credits where he's writing, I shouldn't shove the cat in the locker. I shouldn't shove a cat in the locker. I shouldn't light my sister's hair on fire, that type of stuff. These are just the positive sides of the Simpsons opening credits. But they were onto something. Simpsons writers, never wrong. So the first thing I write is, I am what I will myself to be. I am what I will myself to be. It's a good reset. Now, shout out to my friend AP, Alexander Payne. He helps me. And that's one that he talked about before. And I'm like, I really like that. That's a good way to reset. That's right. Beliefs are just a series of thoughts. That's all they are. So you get to be whatever you will yourself to be. Don't ever forget that. It's true. Then when I write these 2 affirmations, it's all you need. I write them probably 10, 15 times. I write, I am the greatest. That's the first one. I am the greatest. Then I write, I am fearless. I'm going to show it to you. I do this every morning. Can you see it? You should be able to see it. I write this every morning. These are things in the past that I used to want to be in the future, right? Pull that shit to the present. You are those things. I am the greatest. You are too. I want you to be the greatest. Think about it. If you can say you are, then you are. Who can say no to you, really? If you believe it, you don't even have to share it with the outside world. I'm only sharing it because I like you guys. But that's what it is. These are the things that help build momentum. And the last thing I do is I visualize. And I'll visualize my life that I want as it is today for 5 minutes. And I can send that if you want. I can not send like a YouTube link. There's guided visualizations and things like that. But close your eyes and just think about the life that you want and imagine it as if it's now. What do you want to be? Where do you want to live? Those things. Focus on the feeling of feeling good. And those things, 20 minutes for me. It takes me 20 minutes max. But after I do this, bro, I feel like I can do anything. If I had a bad day, now it's pretty good. If I had a good day, now it's great. Now I can go to the gym. I can do anything I want. So I share this just as an example. Do what you need to do to build momentum. This is what I do to build momentum in the day. Use it if you want. Build on it. But please build momentum and follow your dreams. You got this.